Happy Friday, everybody. Andy and Steve from wagertalk.com. We're getting ready for the weekend on our road to millions. Uh, Steve, we finally had a loss. It was obviously due. So the Rays take the outright loss to the Royals. You and I were texting last night. As soon as McClanahan wasn't sharp, and then I see his back spasms, I was like, "Oh, that's how this game is going to go." I also texted you that the sports books probably made millions off of
Yeah,
that.
the road to millions was a lot quicker than ours. Right?
Yeah, they made more than 3% yesterday on those
Yeah, I'm thinking
on
so
those
too.
damn Rays. So, I mean, your starting pitcher who's normally lights out has back spasms. There's nothing he can do on that, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you could just tell early on in the game, like you said, that he wasn't sharp when he was getting beat up early, walking batters. He was kind of erratic, and it looked like he had some sort of an issue with his back. Apparently, he didn't want to come out of the game. Obviously, that's the mentality with almost any starter. Unfortunately, they bounced back, and I mean, well, fortunately at the time they bounced back and go up 5-3 going into the eighth inning. And I think there's hope. Like 6 outs. We're 6 outs away from cashing this now. Royals score two, tie it up, and it ends up being 6-5 Royals in the end. Like you said, you can't win them all. We had a great streak run, and We'll look to start another one.
Yeah. I mean, and the numbers across the board are great for baseball. We are due for one of these clunkers. Let's see. I was hosting Wager Talk today, and the big takeaway apparently was me bringing up fading female fighters who recently started their OnlyFans. I gotta be honest, that was not what I expected everyone to
It was really
remember.
funny. We were just talking about that coming in to the Road to Millions today, and it was very funny. It was Teddy didn't know what to do with it for a second there. Like I was just telling you, and it was very funny though. I'm glad they put the clip up.
Well, so all right. So here's the theory. I didn't get a chance to go into detail. So here's the theory. So years ago, some female fighters started, just a couple of them started, being, on OnlyFans, but they would only take like a couple of UFC fights and then they would jump over to OnlyFans. Well, I think some of the veterans really saw how much money they were making. So now you're seeing a lot of female fighters go to OnlyFans, especially when they're, kind of towards the end of their career. And so the second you see a female fighter now has an OnlyFans, you just know they're not confident. They're looking ahead to the next phase of their career, and it is fade time. File this away with all the other random theories that we use. Golfers that just have a kid, fade them. All the different ones. And so there's one in particular, Steve, who this female that is coming up. Jim, you already know this. So Jessica Andrade. So Jessica Andrade is 24-11. So a ton of fights in her career. She's 31 years old. She's got a great, history in the UFC, but she's probably winding down. She's lost her last two fights. They've been to really good, fighters. But the fight before that, she fought Lauren Murphy, and it went to decision. She should be finishing, fights like this. And the other crazy thing is this will be her fourth fight of the year already in 2022. That's a ton of fights. So you can just kind of feel that she's okay, need an OnlyFans. Let's take as many fights quickly and then move on. So that's where the root of this fade the OnlyFans. My problem though is I don't know how I put that in as an official play. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't.
how do you put the official play in, and then the write up is like, well, OnlyFans. Like,
Yeah, she started an OnlyFans.
the
It's not
fuck?
the
You watch any film? Nothing. Like that's
the problem is you did.
So, yeah, very. I don't know. It was a funny moment. I'm glad. I did not expect that one to come out, but whatever. It was a funny moment. Um, let's see. What do we got looking forward to this weekend? Kind of light, right? Besides MLB, we got some UFC. Maybe have some golf. There's no Formula One race, so I don't know. What do you think about the weekend, Steve?
Yeah, like you said, it'll be a light weekend. Obviously, starting to gear up a little bit for the NFL, obviously, in a couple of months. Looking forward to that. And, we'll keep riding our MLB plays and looking forward to some UFC and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, we do have a 5% UFC play that is up, but obviously, if it's Friday, you guys know promo code Andy3 3-day pass for $39. So we've been lights out on this. I went back and looked at the last couple weekends. So over 12 units last weekend, over 5 units the weekend before, and 22 units the weekend before that. So we're just
Wow.
doing a lot of damage and a lot of units on these weekends. So I mean, this 3-day pass for $39 right now is like the best deal on Wager Talk. So you guys can go ahead and use that Andy 3-day pass for 39. If you've gotten in the past, don't expect as many plays, but there's going to be some really, really good quality ones. So there's not a lot of quantity, but expect a decent amount there. Let's see. McClanahan, just to recap, it was back spasm, so we're not really worried about him moving forward, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think that there was some talk about him dealing with some adversity coming into the start. So I think that there might have been some question marks around his durability coming into the game. So they might have been just playing it safe and didn't want to risk, they didn't want to risk their ace going down with a major injury at this point in the season
Yeah.
especially with where they stand right now record wise.
Yeah. If you have a friend from Philadelphia, send them a supportive text this morning. Them trying to watch Kyle Schwarber catch a baseball has got to be difficult.
That was crazy, huh? Oh my, that free play yesterday, Braves team total 0.
Go ahead. I don't know, man. You should take your victory lap because a win is a win. But my God, 0-0 going into the ninth, and you cash the over team total with a run to spare.
Yeah, it was Braves team total was only 3.5 yesterday. It's up to 5.5 today. They go into the extra innings 0-0. I mean, it just looked like an absolute clunker on that one, and they just put up 5 in the top of the 10th. They scored 3. And ends up with man on first, 2 outs, and Azuna hits the blast, gets in there, cashes that ticket with 5 runs. They win the game, and then now they're running into the red hot Reds this weekend, so that should be a great series between the Braves and the Reds.
I can't believe you catch that play. I can't believe it. I just like
it looked dead in the water. That's 100%. Obviously, slim chances in extra innings. Hoping that maybe they could keep tying each other and keep stacking up some runs or something like that. But an ultimate huge rally by the Braves got the job done.
Oh man, I'm gonna put up a play in the PFL. Myself and Jim Malero talked about this one, so we'll put that one up. Jim helped. It's a collaboration effort, so we'll hopefully get the weekend start off with a couple wins tonight. So I think that's about it. I think probably next week this content will be on Wager Talk's YouTube channel, so I'll let everyone know. So all right, let's do our free play. We'll pause so we can clip it. What's up, everybody? Andy and Steve from wagertalk.com. We're going to go over a free play in the MLB. June is off to June's just been a fantastic month for us in MLB. Took the loss last night, but that's an 8-1 run for us, so nothing to complain about here. If you want to use the promo code Andy3, get your 3-day pass for $39. There's a 5% UFC play that is up right now, and you get all the plays for the rest of the season. We were up 12 units last weekend, up 5 units weekend before, and 22 units weekend before that. So the weekend passes definitely worth it. Free play, Manny Machado. Haven't heard his name this year. I don't think we bet on him at all. But Steve, you like him over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, otherwise known as HRR. What do we like about Machado today?
So it's Patrick Corbin Day.
Oh,
that says it all. So, and Machado is great against him, 7 for 18 with a home run and a double. He's went over this total in his last 3 games, 12 of his last 16 games. He crushes left-handed pitching, 381 batting average and 206 on the ISO. And it's a vulnerable bullpen with Washington when Corbin leaves the game. They're 26th in ERA, 26th in WHIP. So Machado, it's a little bit juicy, negative 155, but they had a huge scoring output last night with 10 runs. He hit a home run and a double, drove in 3. So I'm looking for another big night for Machado against Corbin tonight.
Yeah, we're dancing right around that range where it's like, do we take it or do we lay off? But it's hitting at such a great rate. Yeah, we can fire away a minus 150. around that number. So don't go crazy on this one. Maybe just a unit or two when we're around that minus 150 range. It's a smaller play. Don't overextend yourself. So, but let's have a great weekend, guys. Don't forget, use the promo code. I will be on Wager Talk today as a guest here in a little bit. So if you guys want to check out a few more free plays, including an NFL future that I love, check us out there. Other than that, let's have a great weekend, and we will see everyone on Monday on A Road to Millions.
Good luck this weekend.